Hi everyone. I think today is the day two of fixing my speaking habits, or at least trying to fix my speaking habits. Again, no scripts, nothing. I have no idea what I'm going to speak about. I mean, technically, I have taken AI's help. I have this ChatGPT conversation. I asked him, can you give me day two? And then he gave me this long ass script about, speak about anime stories and how this relates to my career and all. But it felt very AI. I mean, very AI generated. So I thought, you know what, I might take some inspiration from it, but I'll speak my mind today. And I will try and only speak in English. But the thing is that my mother will also watch this, so she might not understand what I will say. तो अगर माँ तुम देख रही हो तो हेलो, अगर अगर तुम देख रही हो तो मेरे को घर में बताना कि तुमने ये वाली वीडियो देखी, अगर नहीं देखे तो फिर मुझे पता ही नहीं चलेगा कि तुम देखे हो बिकॉज तुम जब तक मुझे बोलोगे नहीं, और अगर तुम नहीं देखे तो फिर कोई बात नहीं. It is what it is. But हाँ, I have told my mom about this. I thought maybe she can watch it every day because she might be able to see me every day speak for 15 minutes. Um, she might not understand what I'm saying, but I hope at least, you know, if she asks me what I spoke about today, then I can explain it to her myself too. That way I'll also get some time to, spend, like I'll get some, time to spend with her. But yes, I think I'll start today's recording. I mean, I already started. It's been 1 minute and 43 seconds now. But if I really think about it, right, I want to speak about anime and stories in general. But before I do that, I think you guys might have noticed this in my head. I don't know who has noticed, but ठीक है. यार बोलने के लिए मैं I'm just saying, right? I don't know, nobody's gonna watch this, but reason why I'm wearing a Sony headphones or a headphone is because I want to check if the mic of this headphone is better than the one that I was using yesterday. So depending on which mic is better, I'm going to use that headphones mic and record the upcoming sessions for myself. But yeah, my throat is hurting a bit today because I had an argument with my father about something, which I had to scream a bit, which was not pleasant at all. Neither the screaming to my father, and neither the pain that I'm having right now. But something has to be done. Some things has to be done, and this was a moment where I thought I couldn't just stop myself and let it be. So I thought to like really speak up my mind, and that's what I did today. I really spoke my mind today and decided to tell him that what I feel, and this is how I feel, and please try and respect it a bit. Uh, but there was no intention to disrespect him at all. I really respect my father, but some things that he does annoy me a bit, but that is fine. I mean, that is the part of the life, right? That's how my family is. And I don't know if I should speak this much about my family in this video, but yeah, I mean, it's not like, no father and son has ever fought in this entire fucking world. I think there are worse kind of fights in this, but for me, it's it's not that bad. And I really love my father too. But yeah, if I talk about stories, if I talk about what I want in life, and what I feel like I want in life is to read more interesting stories, that's for sure. One of my, I won't say one of my, but my favorite things to read is actually web novels. Uh, Not web novels. I'm like, there's one more thing that I've noticed while I was speaking so far is that I add a lot of S in my word, like novels. Why novels? Can it not be just, web novel? Why just novels, biscuits? Essays. I don't know why. But yeah, I'll try and improve that as well. I think this is the point that I noticed so far. But yeah, I really like stories, or should I say story, any interesting story. I am not that gossipy, so I don't know where this gap comes from because I tend to notice that people who like stories are also very gossipy, but I'm not. Or maybe I just am curious and I like really interesting stories. Uh, and like I said, I really like reading web novel. One of my favorite web novel is Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. I hope that's the pronunciation for Omniscient because that's how I've been saying it for years now. And the second web novel that I really like is Lord of Mysteries. Again, like if anybody who knows about these things will know that, Arey bhai, you're only liking the good ones. What are the some, underrated shit? The thing is that web novel itself is an underrated shit. Nobody reads it. Like there are very less people in this world who even give a shit about this. And even in that, some of the underrated shit is there. I think Release that, which is one of the underrated series. I don't think a lot of people know about it, but I really like that one. It's a Chinese web novel. But in general, I believe a lot of people don't read web novels. So it itself is an underrated hobby, to be very honest. But yeah, I like omniscient reader's viewpoint, and I really like a lot of mysteries. Uh, when did I start reading web novels? So yeah, this is actually a journey. I will actually start explaining, or should I say, I will first start narrating from when I started watching anime. So in school, um, what used to happen is when I was in class 9 and class like 10th standard or ninth standard, my friends, I should I even call them friends? I think my classmates, they used to, and I say friends, classmates, so many S's, but yeah, like they used to like draw anime characters a lot. I think they used to, especially Naruto characters. I mean, this is an anime if you don't know. And they used to draw Kakashi and Itachi, their characters. I want to attach both of their pictures here, but I will not because this is an unedited and uncut video that will be on the YouTube. But yeah, they used to draw these two characters and bring them and stick it to the blackboard, like blackboard ke upar mein, they put it on top of the blackboard and they put a sellotape and they stick it the pictures. Even teachers used to ask who drew this. This is very good. And genuinely, those were some nice drawings, but they used to do that. And I was very curious. I was like, okay, let me ask some of them, what is it? And one of the guy told me it's Naruto. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? I have no idea. So I think been a month that this has happened. So one of the guys who told me, "Oi, if you have pen drive, just give it to me. I'll give you the first 100 episodes of Naruto." I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I was not that popular in school. I was a very, I would say, a very low grade kind of student. I am not proud of it, but yeah, I mean, that's my childhood, so I gotta accept it. So I just gave my pen drive to that guy, and after a few days, he returned it to me with hundreds, I think about 90, and some of the ending episodes were missing from it. But yeah, about 100 episodes of Naruto, he gave it to me, and those were in English. So yeah, thank God. Um, I mean, even if it was in Japanese, I wouldn't have mind. I wouldn't have minded. But to be very honest, if it was in English, it helped me to like sort of watch it because if it was in Japanese, or reading the subtitles and watching it at that time for me, it was not possible because I wouldn't have stick to it. I wouldn't have not a chance. But surprisingly, it was in English and I watched it. And God, I loved the show. Like, how did I watch it? I had a TV. I put my pen drive in the back of the TV and I was like, yeah, let's just watch it. Bro, or whoever is watching this, damn. Like, like consuming that sort of a media for me was a new thing. I was in YouTube and all of that. I was watching at that time the Despacito song was also very famous. I was into that. I was playing Clash of Clans and I was watching some, YouTubers videos and all. But I was not into this kind of media like Japanese anime or Japanese animation. And I watched it. And damn, like it was an experience to be very honest. I binged the shit out of it and I wanted to watch more. I think I watched some 20 episodes in one day, and then I asked it. Then I finished it, and then I asked my friend who gave it to me. I think he can be considered a friend because he helped me there. Like, hey, can I get more episodes? He's like, I don't have it. So he told me I don't have it. And me, who I have this tendency to like really run after things that I really like. So I was like, shit, I need to find it. And I tried to find it on YouTube. I tried to find it on Google. Some shady websites I used to visit, like those piracy sites. And that how I was able to, sort of get this way of start watching anime. Bro, this Machar is so annoying. How do I add Machar? Yeah. So from there, I started watching anime, and I think it's almost 9 minutes. Let's just try and finish it. But yeah, but yeah, started watching anime like that, and there's a ladder there's a meme of that ladder that start with anime, then you go to manga, then you go to light novels, then you go to web novels. So I just climbed that ladder. I started watching anime. I watched lots of anime. Then I started reading manga. My very first manga was this anime's. I watched this first season of that anime, which was uh, Masamune Kun's Revenge. I loved the story for some reason. It was very cringe, but I loved the story. And I wanted to read more. Like I wanted to see what was the end of this story. So I found a manga and I read the manga. So that was my very first manga. My very first original manga, like there was no anime for it per se, but that manga was an original work that I read was Domestic Girlfriend. I mean, if anybody knows about this, then yeah. So I read that. But and after that, I think my very first light novel was from a manga that I read. I think now there's an anime for it too, which is Berserk of Gluttony. I read that manga. There was like about 15 chapters in the manga, and I liked the story too much. Like to me at that time, I really like to love like trashy, fa power fantasy stories. So I loved the story of that shit, and I started reading the novel. I think light novel. I think even before that, I did try to read Solo Leveling's novel because at that time Solo Leveling had just started publishing their manhwa, and it was not that famous at that time. And to me, it was like some 10, 15 chapters were there, and it was coming under a publication where I used to read some cultivation manhwas like Battle Through the Heavens and Tales of Cultivation, Deep Tales of Demons and Gods, like those early days cultivation manhwas. So there they used to publish Solo Leveling, and I read from there. So I tried to read the novel for that as well, but I couldn't find a translated version of that no novel at that time. Now I know where to find stuff, but at that time I was not that like I was not able to find stuff though. I couldn't continue there, but I think my very first genuine light novel read was Berserk of Gluttony. I think I found a fan translation page that those were who were translating this, read it, loved the story, but I couldn't finish it because the story was not finished and I never picked it up. I think I read it to a part where those guys became so strong that they reached a cap. So whoever is below that cap cannot even touch them if they fight, and whoever is high above that cap also had levels. So if you enter that stage, whoever is below that stage will not even be able to touch you. And if you enter that stage, you will be able to fight with those level guys, but you will be weaker than them. So yeah, so there was like some weird power system there, and I don't even remember much of the story anymore. But yeah, that those were my first light novel. Uh, I think my very first web novel was again a Japanese yeah, I mean Japanese only. Yeah, my very first web novel was what is the name? I forgot the name of this show. I think there's an anime now as well. This Blondie vampire who Ari Fureta, yes, I remember the name now. Ari Fureta. I started reading my web novel series from Ari Fureta, I believe. There could be a web novel even before that, but I don't remember it. But Airi Fureta was my first web novel experience, if I remember correctly. And even I used to read ReZero as well, but if I don't remember if it was before Ari Fureta or after Ari Fureta, but I started from Ari Fureta. I read the entire story till the end. It was very trashy, but I used to love trashy, so yeah, it gave me pleasure. Then I started reading some Chinese novels, like that release that which I completed. I like some 2000 chapters in that. So slowly, surely, I started watching, reading this kind of stories. I think it's already almost 14 minutes, so I think in the next segment of mine, or I'll try and explain why I like Lord of Mysteries and Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. I think I should close this session now. Um, I think today I almost spoke English. I think my English is not that great. I think I can improve upon it like a lot more. I think I make a bit of grammatical mistakes here and there, which I think comes from my own inability to learn grammar. In my entire childhood, school life, college life, the grammar or the English that I have used in exams and everywhere is just from my guts. If I think that this words is better used here, I just do that. I never learned it, never theoretically learned grammar. So yeah, it's my bad. So I hope to even improve that with this segment too. I think today was much better. I only spoke in English, like I said. I could also speak in Hindi, but I just don't want to, and I think it is better that I don't. And so far, so good. I think I noticed some weird mouth movements here and there, and I also noticed a lot of uses of S, like biscuits, animes, like that. Like I just don't want to sound like that. I want to sound very natural when I talk up, like when I speak. Actually, I cannot even pronounce like the singular and the opposite of plural. Wait, how does you pronounce? How do you pronounce this? Wait one second. Plural. Wait. Plural. Wait, what? Plural. 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 Yeah. Plural. 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 What? Plural. 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 Yeah, so yeah, when I want to sound, see, I cannot even speak about this word, like I cannot even say this word, but I really want to sound as natural as possible, speaking plural words, plural words. Yeah, I really want to sound as natural as possible when I speak plural words, plural, 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 plural. Plural words, yeah. I will not embarrass myself anymore. I think I'll just do this practice off camera. But yeah, so I just want to sound as natural as possible instead of doing this weird, mouth movements like, animes. Like, I have this habit. I don't know from where this came from. I think it's mostly those, I think my English is mostly derived from watching shows and reading books. So those kind of words has become, like this kind of pronunciation has become my norm. So I'll try and improve upon it. So that's the plan. Yeah, I think it's 17 minutes today. I don't want to speak anymore. Thank you so much to me because as I am the only one who's watching, gonna watch it again. And I'll see you guys. I see myself tomorrow. Bye bye. And instead of doing this kind of bullshit recording stuff, I'll just record it directly.